Black Israelites, wrong again. Mixed fabric breakdown. First and foremost, let's give all praises, honor, and glory to our Heavenly Father Yahweh, and we do so by Hashem Mashiach Yahweh Shai. That's all praises to the Heavenly Father in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And that was the ancient Paleo Hebrew. It's Presaka, aka Deacon Genesis.
Genesis.
At y'all with another live lesson, joined by our dear beloved brother Hassad Karab. What's going on, brother? Tap in with the peoples.
All praise to the Most High, y'all. And Shabbat Shalom to anybody that's keeping the lunar Sabbath right now. Happy Passover. I almost said happy Passover. Happy Feast of Unleavened Bread to everybody. And yeah, this is going to be a good one because, you know, there's a scripture in 1 John 5:3. It says, "For this is the love of God that we keep His commandments, and His commandments aren't grievous." And I'm not getting ready to say that doing this the way that we were was grievous necessarily, but it was probably the most, like, the law that if I had to pick one that was kind of, what's a word, an accurate word that's also not disrespectful.
It was difficult.
Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know about difficult. It was because all you got to do is look at a tag, kind of, you know what I mean? But it was kind of, anyway, y'all get what I'm trying to say. There's one.
You had to be extra cautious.
Yeah. So we're going to be giving the proper understanding on that because what I've taught until what Thursday, Friday, until like a week ago, until about a week ago was.
Well, go ahead. Speaking for me though, I've been sitting on this for years. I've been sitting on not all of this information, but I've been sitting on some of this information for years. And so it's time to bring it out, period.
Yeah. So when you look at, for example, you know, if you look at a t-shirt, it might say 100% cotton, or it might say 55% cotton, 5% nylon, 30-something percent spandex, whatever it is. And so for a while, brothers were teaching, I myself was teaching that it had to be 100% cotton or 100% polyester, or some, you know, they'll give you a breakdown, like it'll say the body is where the cotton is, and then the sleeves and this part is where the spandex is. Nonetheless, the understanding that we have arrived at is that that's not true, and it's very specific what the scriptures are saying as it relates to a garment of diverse sorts, who that is for, and what the diverse sorts are in reference to.
Yeah, exactly. Very clear. So the way we're going to do this, y'all, is we're going to provide the proof with the Torah. We're going to provide the proof with extra biblical sources, such as primary ancient Israelite sources. You're not going to be able to get around this. We also have archaeological proof. This is what you call game, set, match. So anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and start this again. Thank y'all for coming out. For those keeping the Feast of Unleavened Bread and who kept Passover during this time, peace and blessings to y'all. Enjoy it. For those of you that will be keeping it roughly a month from now, I wish you guys enjoy it as well and get that brotherhood and camaraderie, that fellowship, unity within keeping the commandments of the Most High God and uplifting His name and being obedient. All right. So without further ado, we're about to drop some bombs, y'all. I got a little over a 30-round clip. I got a 30 in the clip. I got a 30 in the clip. And we're just going to break this down. I'm drop some bombs today, y'all. Like Hassad, we dropped that Passover bomb. If y'all didn't get the live show, you had to wait for that after we do the editing and post-production. But we're going to drop some bombs today, so put them bombs in the chat. All praises. So I'm going to share my screen. Bombs in the chat. Big G's in the chat. Also, I keep throwing up the little G, but the big G. Boom. Bop. Big G. Big G. All praises. All right, bombs in the chat. Let's get this started. I'm coming out swinging, Hassan. Can we come out swinging?
Yeah, listen, we ain't playing no games.
We ain't playing no games. We ain't saying no names.
Yeah, and real quick before you do too, Deegan, like this isn't because I just want to just wear mixed fabrics. I just don't care about God. I just want to be able to be fashionable. Like I literally, like especially with me, Deacon, you know, like how OD I was on this. I had special socks that I had ordered from Amazon. I'm not BSing. I'm dead serious. I had special socks that I ordered from Amazon that were horrible quality, but they were 100% cotton. You know what I mean? I made sure my underwear was 100% cotton. I could tell you which underwear is 100% cotton.
Yeah, it's doable. It's definitely doable.
Yeah. But it's not necessary. That's the point. And we don't know. Now, here's a very important thing, too. And this isn't me accusing any brothers of anything, because especially I used to teach this. And if brothers continue to teach this and they say, hey, I don't agree with that understanding, you know, that's one thing. But since we've arrived at this conclusion, and I believe it to be true, we don't want to be guilty of Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 2, which is adding unto the word. You know, we don't want to be guilty of in Matthew chapter 23, when it says that we were, adding extra. Was it Matthew 23? Maybe I'm thinking of Acts 15. There's extra burdens that were being put on people. So we're trying to liberate. You know what I mean?
Break every yoke.
Yeah.
Break every yoke.
I'm not gay no more.
Okay, all praise. Somebody said move the water bottle. Oh, it was holding my phone up. That was holding my phone up. Let me hold my phone up so I can take a look at the comments, because I can't see on the screen. All right. So also too, though, I want to say this last thing. This lesson is motivated and inspired by a plethora of people asking me this.
Mm-hmm.
This lesson is inspired by a plethora. Like I said, I've been having this information for a while. Not all of it. We put some nails in the coffin leading up to the presentation. But this is inspired by, so you know who you are, all you brothers and sisters who've been asking about this. Mm-hmm. So let's get started. Let me share my screen again. All right. So is mixed fabrics a sin? Is mixed fabrics a sin? You guys are going to be able to use this to destroy anybody, all right? Or is it, huh?
You can hit play. You can hit play on the presentation, so that way people can see it. You know what I'm talking about?
What you mean? Just push play?
I think so, right? Doesn't that blow up the screen and make it? Yeah.
Oh.
And then you can just use the arrows on the bottom right to go to the next screen. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, look at you, Assad.
Mm-hmm.
You have really come up in the world, bro. Like, I really rock with you, brother. But how can I go to the next one? Let me hide this right here. Oh, there we go. Wait.
Use the arrows.
Where? What arrows?
The arrows on your actual keyboard.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Hey! Mm-hmm. Now we're about to do more of these. All praises. Mm-hmm. So it says, is mixed fabrics a sin? Or is it only wool and linen we can't mix? Mm-hmm. Wow. Boom. Today, we will prove the high priest wore mixed fabrics, specifically wool and linen. So listen, most Israelites today would have rent their fringes, bro.
Yeah,
me saying this.
Blasphemy. Just wait.
We got to get that on the soundboard. What? Who's that? David Chappelle? What?
Yeah.
We're gonna prove today that the holiest of the Israelites, the high priest, wore mixed fabrics. Wow. Specifically wool and linen, mm-hmm. that we thought was prohibited. Well, we're going to break it down through the spirit. The law prohibiting mixed fabrics is specifically for wool and linen. And it's only a sin if an Israelite other than the high priest wore a wool and linen garment. Let me put it in perspective. So, first of all, they didn't even have all these extra materials and fabrics back then.
Exactly.
But let's just hypothetically say nigga wanted to wear silk and, whatever. That wouldn't be a sin. But it's only a sin if a regular Israelite wears a wool and linen garment. But the high priest, they can wear a wool and linen garment. They can wear a mixed fabric garment. You understand? Let's go. Let's keep going. You want to chime in yet?
And even like most of the stuff that we wear here in the Western world, even not just the Western world, all throughout the world currently in 2025 is going to be made of usually it's one of two things: cotton and polyester. And both cotton and polyester, I got to make mention of this, are both plant-based materials. So I know certain brothers that say, "Oh, it's specifically you're not supposed to wear mixed plant-based things with animal-based things." Even if we were to take that understanding, it's still fine to wear cotton and polyester because both cotton and polyester, cotton obviously a plant, and polyester I believe comes from plants as well. It's synthetic. It's a man-made thing. So yeah, I just want to add that.
Calm. Let's keep going. The high priest in ancient Israel, according to biblical tradition, wore garments made of both wool and linen. This combination was used specifically for sacred purposes. Where's my bomb at? Don't worry about it. Particularly in the attire described for the high priest in the Torah. For example, the ephod and the breastplate were made of finely twisted linen with gold, blue, purple, and scarlet threads woven into them, materials that often included wool. However, this blending of wool and linen was a special exception, as the general population was prohibited from wearing garments made of mixed fibers known as shatnez in daily life.
Yeah, real quick, two things, Deacon. You could back up the mic just a little tiny bit, and then if you need me to pick up some reading, I can as well. Trey just put something. Trey said polyester is a petroleum product. You're 100% right. It is. So I stand corrected on the plant-based thing, but we can keep going. Well, polyester is a combination of different. Anyway, I'll speak on that later. So it says the description of the high priest garments, including the use of both linen and wool, can be found in Exodus 28. Specifically, Exodus chapter 28, verses 6 to 8. And this chapter describes what the high priest, what they're supposed to wear. You can read the chapter for yourself. It says, it mentions the ephod made of gold, blue, purple, and scarlet yarn, combined with fine linen. So there's gold, blue, purple, and scarlet yarn that is combined with fine linen, indicating a mixture of materials. So you have this, the blue, scarlet, and purple, and it's combined with the linen. Exodus 28:6, and they shall make the ephod of gold, blue, purple, scarlet, and fine twisted linen with cunning work.
Cunning work. Keep that in mind. Mm-hmm. Keep that in mind. Cunning work. When we go into the Hebrew, we're going to prove that. Some people might say, oh, this is embroidered. No, we're going to prove without a doubt with the Hebrew, with all of this in Hebrew, that this is woven in. Go ahead.
It shall have the two shoulder pieces thereof, joined at the two edges thereof, and so it shall be joined together. And the curious girdle of the ephod, which is upon it, shall be of the same, according to the work thereof, even of gold, blue, purple, and scarlet, and fine twine linen.
Damn. Mixed fabrics. Now, it also says it here in Salaki. Go ahead and Exodus 39, 3-5.
Exodus 39:3, and they did beat the gold into thin plates.
Beat the gold into thin plates. That means gold, like a gold cloth. Gold can be beat thin into fabric. Go ahead.
And cut into wires to work it in the blue, and in the purple, and in the scarlet, and in the fine linen with cunning work. They made shoulder pieces for it to couple it together. By the two edges was it coupled together. And the curious girdle of his ephod that was upon it was of the same, according to the work thereof, of gold, blue, purple, and scarlet, and fine twine linen, as the Lord commanded Moses.
Now, Go ahead. We're going to deal with the argument that, oh, but it could have been embroidered. No, go ahead and read this.
Yeah, it's not exactly. It's not embroidered. Watch this. It says, yes, the ephod in the Bible was woven rather than embroidered. Let's break down the evidence. Here's how we know that it's woven into it to combine. It's mixed, not that it's simply in embroidering. The Hebrew word for work, maaseh, indicates weaving. Exodus 28:6. We just read that earlier, right? Notice at the end it says with cunning work. The phrase cunning work is translated from the Hebrew maaseh hoshev, and there's the Hebrew there. Maaseh means work or craftsmanship. Hoshev is derived from a root meaning to think, to design, which implies an intricately planned woven pattern rather than surface embroidery.
Drop a bomb on that.
Because it's easier to, it's not as intricate to just simply embroider something. But when you wove something together with cunningly, like with special work, with super intricate, like I said, craftsmanship, it's much more intricate, like I said.
That's the first point. The second point to prove that it was woven, mixed fabrics, wool, and linen. Go ahead.
Exodus 39:3 describes beaten gold woven into the fabric. Exodus 39:3. And they did beat the gold into thin plates and cut it into wires to work it in the blue and in the purple and in the scarlet and in the fine linen with cunning work. This verse describes how gold was cut into wires and then worked into the fabric. Embroidery is stitched onto fabric, but this description suggests that the gold was woven into the material. Put a 1 in the chat if you follow so far. Put a 1 in the chat if you're understanding so far. 2, if not, 1.5, if kind of sort of maybe in the middle. Okay, we got a 1. 1's okay. All praise to the Most High. So these things, they were mixed together. They were combined. So if you would have saw, if you could get a a tag on the ephod and the things that the priest wore, it wouldn't be 100% this, 100%. It would say 25% blue, 25% scarlet, 19% gold, or whatever the case may be. Right. So let's keep going. It says, okay, so we got some twos. So we'll ask y'all to clarify a little bit later, or ask y'all to help us clarify a little later. So it says, embroidery is stitched onto fabric, but this description suggests the gold was woven into the material. This aligns with the technique of weaving metal threads into fabric, which was practiced in the ancient Near East.
Our third point to prove that it was woven in, all those materials were woven in rather than embroidery. Go ahead.
3, contrast with embroidery in the tabernacle curtain. So remember, we have cunning work, which is to weave something together, versus embroidery. Watch this.
Real quick. Yeah, Howard of Bunyamyam. As soon as we're done with this, we'll debate it right now. I'll put a link in the chat. Keep going.
It says, when embroidery is mentioned elsewhere in the Torah, it uses a completely different phrase.
Matter of fact, you know what? Hold on. My bad. Let me. How do I stop this?
I think you can just hit escape.
Okay, let me put a link in the chat right now, because I don't want him to see what's coming up. He got to get hit with the
blind. You got blindside him.
Yeah, I got to blindside him. Okay, let me put a link in the chat right now. You're gonna have to deal with these ancient sources, brother. You have to deal with this, buddy. Okay, go ahead. Hit that link button. Hit the link. Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll debate anybody on this. And we'll to hell with a debate. We're in Passover season, the season of brotherhood and fellowship. So excuse me. We're willing to have a conversation about it. So we'll go ahead and let you hear the whole matter first. It seems like you just came in, you might want to rewind a little bit.
Yeah.
So let's
actually like structured 90-minute formatted debate. It's probably on this one specific topic is going to be like during the cross-examination. It's going to be 20 minutes of us asking each other relatively the same question. So I think a conversation like Deacon said would be much better.
Okay, so we was at point 3, proving that
Yeah.
It's woven, not embroidered. Go ahead.
Right. Because if somebody here's the why we're bringing this out. If somebody were to attempt to say, well, it doesn't mean that it was woven in, it was embroidered. We've already debunked that, but more evidence to illustrate that it was not embroidered is I'm gonna read it again. In Exodus 26 and 36, and it says, and thou shalt make a hanging for the door of the tent of blue, purple, and scarlet, and fine twined linen wrought with needlework.
Needlework.
Needlework here is ma'asa rokem, indicating embroidery. So we already have the Hebrew word for embroidery. The question then would be, why is it using a completely different Hebrew word 2 chapters prior to show embroidery? Why wouldn't it show the same thing for the weaving together in Exodus chapter 28? What the reason why is because they're not the same thing. All right. It says, since the ephod is described using ma'asa hoshev instead of ma'asa rokem, it confirms it was woven rather than embroidered. It uses a completely different word.
Pow. Right? Conclusion.
It says the biblical text, particularly the use of ma'asa hoshev, the description of gold wires worked into the fabric, and the distinction from embroidered tabernacle curtains strongly indicate that the ephod was woven, not embroidered. Period, point blank. And guess what? The high priest wore that. So what did he wear? A garment of diverse sorts.
Now, again, for those of you that are just coming in, it's a sin for an Israelite to wear, for a regular Israelite who's not of the priesthood, to wear wool and linen. That's it. But the high priests were able to wear wool and linen. It's like the Most High didn't want us to all have that ability and privilege and look as the high priest, just like high priests are able to do other things that would be a sin for a normal Israelite, which we're going to get in a second here.
Yeah, and there's things that a normal Israelite can do that a high priest can't do.
Right.
It's vice versa. It's not just a one-way avenue. Like, not to jump the gun too much, but a high priest, if their cousin dies, they can't go to that funeral. They can only go, I think, when you read Leviticus 21, to their, I think, like immediate family's funeral, whereas we can go to whoever's funeral. Right. So it's both two things at the same time. There are things that we can do that they can't, and things that they can that we can't. All right.
Incoming bomb. Stitch. Hold on, where's my bomb at? Y'all ready? All right, here goes the fun part. Here goes some more fun parts. Put them G's, put a G bomb. That's what we're gonna call it, a G bomb. Go ahead.
So Josephus, who is one of the most well-respected first century historians in the world, especially as it relates to, Second Temple Judaism, right, is one of the most, I think, first and second century, but like early second century source. And he proves the high priest wore mixed garments of wool and linen. Watch this. He literally tells you in Antiquities of the Jews, book 4, chapter 8, 11 and 12. He says in 10, he has up here, let no one blaspheme those gods which other cities esteem such, nor may anyone steal what belongs to strange temples. So he's talking about not doing sacrilege, nor take away the gifts that are dedicated to any god. Let not any one of you wear a garment made of woolen and linen. Why, Josephus? For that is appointed to be for the priests alone.
Drop a bomb.
Only the priests were allowed to have a garment of woolen and linen. We are not. But the fact that they're doing that shows that us wearing cotton and polyester shirts is not a sin. That they start doing this for like the heavy, for you heavier set brothers and sisters. They just start putting the you ever see the jeans, and it'll be 98% cotton, 2% elastane, so that you could fit into them damn jeans. You're all right. You can buy those. You can wear those.
So stop asking me. So many people ask me. I was telling them it was okay anyway, but we just didn't have this public presentation. But at the end of the day, we have Josephus saying none of us can wear wool and linen garments except for the priests. They can wear that mixed fabric.
Yeah. So we aren't allowed to wear woolen and linen. Let me just emphasize that. We're not saying that you can wear woolen and linen. We're saying that the priest is the only person who can wear woolen and linen. The verse of Leviticus 19 and 19 and Deuteronomy 22, I believe, verse 11, when it talks about wearing a garment of diverse sorts, is specifically in reference to wool and linen, as we're going to further illustrate. It's not talking about cotton and polyester. It's not talking about cotton and elastin. It's not talking about cotton and spandex.
I want to
go ahead.
Salakia, look at this comment. I love you, brother, and I know you very well. The brother, student of the Savior, says, so I might be jumping the gun, and I just came in, so forgive me, but would that mean that it's okay for us to wear mixed fabrics because we are a nation of kings and priests, according to what you're saying? No. We've been called a nation of king and priests all the way back in Numbers and Deuteronomy. But did we get to go and light the incense and give and put the ephod on your ass with touch the altar? Matter of fact, if you thought in Deuteronomy when he said we're a nation of kings and priests mean you can enter the holies of holies, go do it. I wish you would have tried it back then.
Yeah,
you would have been a goddamn skeleton, my man.
Yeah, the priest would have looked at you and just went, you're done. You're done.
No, the Holy Spirit of God would have killed him.
Yeah. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys just not got it, huh?
How you top?
Yeah, he's just about to say it too.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so now let's look at the law and further prove it's only a sin for the common Israelite to wear a garment specifically mixed with wool and linen. Again, that law is specifically for wool and linen. We're going to go into the Bible and we're going to go into other manuscripts and other sources to further illustrate that. It's talking about woolen and linen. Now, guess what? I don't even know the last time I've seen a garment of wool and linen before. You're not going to go into Hot Topic and find a garment made of woolen and linen. Very unlikely. All right. You're not going into what is it, Forever 21 or Abercrombie and Fitch, H&M, wherever, you know what I mean? And for a Foot Locker or something, find that. More than likely than not. All right. Let's keep going.
So this is when it's first stated. This is when the law is first introduced right here in Leviticus 19 and 19. Go ahead.
So Leviticus 19 and 19. You shall keep my statutes. Thou shalt not let thy cattle gender with thy diverse kind. Thou shalt not sow thy field with mingled seed. Neither shall a garment mingled of linen and woolen come upon thee. It didn't say a garment of polyester and cotton. It said specifically a garment of mingled of linen and woolen.
Wait, hold on. This is a different translation. It's got to be, because the KJV doesn't say that. I think this might be the Greek Septuagint. Hold on. I may have a little. Yeah.
Let's see what the King James says.
Yeah. So this is not.
Neither shall a garment mingled of linen and woolen come upon thee.
It is. My bad.
It says what it says straight up.
My bad. What the heck was I talking about? Hold on. Let me change this. Hey, y'all, my bad. I had all this information, but I put it together last night at like
in the wee hours.
Yes, in the wee hours. Where was he at? Right here. Let me erase this.
We're right there.
Lord in Christ.
Listen, brothers, y'all can wear a Nike Tech. I'm finna wear a Nike Tech, a red one,
and go with.
All right, let's keep going.
Okay. So this is when the law is first introduced. All right. So now we see it specifies that it's wool and linen, and then I want to. Okay, go ahead. You got it.
All right, another bomb. This is bomb voyage is what is getting ready to happen. We're getting ready to bomb. We're about to ready to drop G bombs.
That's right. Let me go to play.
So this is the Targum Jonathan on Leviticus 19 and 19.
Tell them what go ahead. My bad.
Basically, like our commentary on certain scriptures. Sometimes it's translated differently to give a better understanding, or at least our understanding at that time.
Right, and this is around the 1st century, the Targum Jonathan. Now, let me just give you guys some information because I don't want you guys to get this all twisted here when you use the Targum Jonathan. So the Targum Jonathan is our commentary on the prophets. Then you have the pseudo Targum Jonathan is our commentary on the Torah. Now, the reason why it says pseudo Targum Jonathan, the one that's commentating on the Torah, is not because it's fake. It's just not attributed to Jonathan, but it is some 1st century Jews. All right. So go ahead and read it.
All right. So it says, "You shall keep my statutes. Thou shalt not be thy cattle shall not be made to gender with various kinds. Neither sow thy field with mixed seeds, nor put upon thee a garment of diverse materials, as wool and linen." So the diverse materials are wool and linen, because back then we didn't have polyester. Back then we didn't have spandex, and even cotton. I don't even know if we were dealing with making cotton too much back then, or even silk, maybe in small quantities. The point is, the main things that we were making our garments out of was woolen and linen materials.
Right.
That's what we're familiar with. You got to. This is why it's so important to immerse yourself within the culture of the Israelites. Then it'll make more sense. These cultural references, right? So when it says diverse sorts, it tells you what the diverse sorts are: woolen and linen. Deuteronomy 22:11. Thou shalt not wear a garment of diverse sorts, as of woolen and linen together.
As of is not in the, somebody might say, well, it's telling you as of is not in the Hebrew. So
Another bomb.
incoming stitch.
So 4Q-MMT, y'all can look this up. 4Q-MMT, also known as MMT or the halakhic letter, is a reconstructed text from manuscripts that were part of the Dead Sea Scrolls. A lot of people think the Dead Sea Scrolls is literally just the Bible. They found a lot more than just the Bible in the Dead Sea Scrolls. They found like the so-called book, I think, of Enoch or Jasher amongst the Dead Sea Scrolls.
No, just some fragments. Some
That's what I'm saying, like some fragments of it. They found, I think there's a book called the I can't remember. There's a whole bunch of books. Some of them are just fables, right? And then others are letters between people. And they also have commentaries, essentially, as we're getting ready to read.
About daily life. They talk about how Melchizedek is the leader of the divine council, which is dope. I use that in the courses.
Yep. So it says, is a reconstructed text from manuscripts that were part of the Dead Sea Scrolls, discovered at Qumran in the Judean desert. The designation at final publication was 4Q-MMT, Miskat Maaseh HaTorah, Hebrew for some precepts of the Torah or some rulings pertaining to the Torah. Rulings meaning this is their understanding based on what the Torah says, right? And this is going back 2,000 years plus, potentially, the Dead Sea Scrolls. So in fragment 103, I think the 2 right there, I think it's like the fragment 103, number 2, right? Or line 2. It says, do not mix with your merchandise that which, and it says ... because they're fragments, right? So they're giving their comments on certain laws, and some of them are in fragments. So that's why you see the dots and missing words. It says, why should it be a mixture like a mule? So now it's quoting roughly Deuteronomy 22 or Leviticus 19. Then look what it says. And you should be like one dressed in mixed materials, in wool and in linen. So they understood what the mixed materials was specifically in reference to: wool and linen, not cotton and polyester. So you cannot, Israel, wear a garment of wool and linen. Only the high priest can, but you can wear cotton and polyester. What date would you give?
Any other mixed fabric for that matter. Somebody's asking what date for the Dead Sea Scrolls.
Yeah, what date would you give?
It's anywhere from 200 years before Christ to about 100 years after Christ.
So this is, nonetheless, it's a source in antiquity that verifies our stance regarding this. So we can get another bomb. Bob Voyage.
Incoming stitch.
The priests Zeke were mixed with wool and linen.
Shout out to IUIC. What's that brother saying?
Which one?
I forget him. The one he's Haitian, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what his name is.
He says Zeeks. I'll kick you guys out for wearing Zeeks. Well, here's some archaeology that said the high priest was wearing Zeeks. This source is from the JPS Torah Commentary on Numbers by Jacob Milgram, New York, Jewish Publication Society, page 203. This was found in the time of the Qumran caves, I believe. Go ahead and read it.
It says, in fact, white linen cords and dyed woolen cords were found in the Barcoba? Yeah, Barcoba caves, proving that the rabbinic teaching was actually observed. Shatnez is forbidden because it is a holy mixture, reserved exclusively for priests and forbidden to non-priests. That's Satan to a deacon. That's Satan too. That's a nuclear bomb. Hi. It says, for reserved exclusively for priests and forbidden to non-priests. Thus, the tzitzit, according to the rabbis, are modeled after a priestly garment that is taboo for the rest of Israel. And then it gives us the source. Right? So the priest could wear these mixed fabrics, wool and linen, but the rest of the Israelites are prohibited from doing so. And there are lots of things that the priest can do. And this is one of the most important parts of this lesson, is to illustrate that there's a lot of things that the priest can do that the other Israelites could not, and vice versa. So we're going to go into a couple of those things. Matthew chapter 12, verse 5. Look what the Messiah says. Or have you not read in the law how that on the Sabbath days the priests in the temple profane the Sabbath and are blameless? They're working, they're cooking, yet they're blameless. Why? Because in Matthew 12 and 5, Yahushua, who the world calls Jesus, refers to the priests in the temple and how they profane the Sabbath, yet are considered guiltless. This refers to the work priests were required to do on the Sabbath to carry out the temple duties, such as offering sacrifices and maintaining the temple's functions, as described in Numbers 28, 9 to 10. While these activities technically violated the Sabbath rest laws, they were not considered sinful because they were in service to God. Meaning, again, everybody, there are things that the high priest that the priest in general can do that we are not able to do. And there are things that we are able to do that they are not able to do. So in Leviticus 19, when it talks about us not wearing a garment of diverse sorts or wool and linen, that's for us, the everyday Israelite. However, the high priest, he can, and not only can he, deacon, he must wear a garment of diverse sorts.
Damn.
Because that is a commandment for him. He can't say, no, I want to wear full on John
100. He can't say I want to wear 100% linen.
Yeah.
And in Matthew 12 and 5, because there's this thing coming up in our community now that you can cook on the Sabbath. Matthew 12 and 5 is actually a cut on brothers saying you can cook on the Sabbath, because Yahushua is saying the priests were blaspheming and profaning the Sabbath by cooking on the Sabbath, but they could because that was their function. They had to do that, but it would be profaning for any other Israelite outside of that. You understand that?
Okay.
Hold on. What the brother said, brothers ordering Nike Techs as we speak. Listen, bro, I got like 4 Nike Techs in my closet because I've been knowing this, but sometimes you want to be careful how soon you drop something out there, because our community, we that's how we know we're the Israelites, because just like our forefathers were adding to the law and holding on to man-made traditions, we do the same thing today. You can read this aside.
Yeah, my bad. I just had to text this Buster. Okay, so other prohibited mixtures had the same rationale. For instance, no one but the priest could blend together aromatic spices to make the combination used in anointing oil. Right? Exodus 30 and 33. Anyone who makes a blend like it or anoints someone other than a priest will be cut off from the community. There's certain things that they can do that we can't do. Numbering Israel, only the Levite priest could do so. Exodus 30 and 11. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, listen, brother, Dagquab just put all praises to the Most High in the name of Jesus. He is happy. Yeah, listen, when the Shabbat over, someone, come on, get me a Nike Tech, because I ain't straight. I just said I was going to get a Nike Tech. I'm going to go to the mall I'm going to go to the African Mall in Atlanta. I'm going to buy a fake Nike Tech. No one's going to know the difference. Anyway, it says, when thou takest the sum of the children of Israel after their number, then shall they give every man a ransom for his soul unto the Lord. And when thou numbers them, that there be no plague among them when thou numbers them. Only the Levites can do that. Right? So there's things that they can do that we can't, again. Which is why when David numbered Israel, it was a sin to him, because he's not a Levitical priest. 1 Chronicles 21 and 8. Then David said to God, I have sinned greatly by doing this. What is this that he did? Numbering Israel. Done. So, bomb emojis in the chat.
Put the bomb emojis in the chat, damn it. And now we're about to go in a little bit on GMS, because we got to touch on something.
Tavia McGee said it's not talking about literal fabrics. It's talking about mixed people. You know what's funny? Like if you're gonna go. What's up, Yajidai? If that's you. What you mean you're gonna review it, bro? No, I'm playing. Bro, you want to? How about you review it right now, live? No, I'm playing. But somebody said something. Somebody said it's not talking about literal fabrics. It's talking about mixed people. I want you guys to all understand something, right? Almost every single so-called African American, specifically, you're gonna have like 5% European. So what do we? You know what I mean? What are you gonna do with that?
No, remember I was saying that to Fopi.
Yeah,
they was like, you guys are mamzers, so I'm like, take a DNA test. Then that means if you're mixed with anything, nigga, you're a mamzer. These guys are. You know, it ain't about dopey. It ain't about dopey.
Yeah, love. We love the brothers at Fopi. You know,
but yeah, let's we can open up for questions, comments, and smoke, but we're gonna segue into GMS because Hassan is about to drop a bomb, another bomb, and then you can just clip this. You can just go in, clip this, or you can do it all over again. It's up to you.
Yeah, I'm just and I don't really want to, you know, but I think it's good edification.
Yeah.
You know, I'm losing friends. I'll tell you that right now. I am not liked anymore. Do you guys? I mean, the chat likes me. You know, the what is it called?
Put a one in the chat if
gallery.
Put a one in the chat if you like Hassan. Put a 2 if you're still mad at him. Yeah. Put a 1.5 if you're starting to like him again.
Yeah, your top put a 2. Go ahead. We know your top put 222. Your top. I'm getting blocked. I'm getting blocked. I'm getting matumboed. You know what I mean? I'm just, you know,
all praises.
Trying to keep God in my life.
Hey, Genesis, Texas put 1.5.
Shada said we tolerate you. That's all good. Listen, we're coming down to Texas. Matter of fact, hey, listen, Houston, we got a problem.
Yeah.
Nadab
put it 2.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to pull up some of them videos, man, and tell the world. Let's tell the world why GMS is mad at you. I think it's a small deal, but Hassad did some. We already knew this, but Hassad did some research, and what they're saying is really gonna shoot themselves in the foot. So we're gonna use this as a teaching moment through the Spirit of the Most High God.
Okay, so let me pull.
No camp beef, like I said, no camp beef. They're probably calling him all kind of names. We're not going to do that. We're just going to deal with the information.
Yeah, I'm not.
And you guys will know this too, because everybody has a problem about what's considered a bitter herb. So now you're about to find out what we could eat for a bitter herb during the Passover meal.
Yeah. Hi. What's going on, Elder Apostle Har? Shalom. You know, he used to like me too, Deacon. You know, he used to like me too. Now I'm the devil. Literally, I think I'm one of the worst Israelites to him. But okay, so the title of this video is it's got 1,000 views already, which you know,
hey, he's using your NIL, bro.
It's all right. It's okay. He can do that. So the title of this video is Brother Hassad. It's 1S, Elder. Brother Hassad refuses the bitter herb, which proves he refuses to eat the little book. Now, the little book is the Bible, right? So when in Revelation, I think an angel told John, eat the little book, or in Ezekiel, he told Ezekiel, eat the whole roll. And at first it was sweet, then it became bitter. And he's doing this. Let's just play the video.
Shalom, giving all praise to Yahweh, Shemal Shai, Shalom Kakodah, Shalom to the 144,000 rest of you, let the Shalom to all.
So he's responding to another video that GMS Las Vegas made about me. It's called, If Jake Can't Deal with the Bitterness of an Herb, How Much More the Adversity of Jacob's Trouble? So basically, you guys, just to kind of get you guys up to speed, I said in my live stream with Deacon that I'm not going to eat horseradish during Passover. I didn't say I'm not going to eat bitter herbs during Passover. I didn't say I hate God. I didn't, you know what I mean? I didn't say none of that. I said I'm not going to eat horseradish. Instead, I'm going to eat romaine and lettuce because that constitutes as bitter herbs. That's all. That is literally, everybody. That is literally all that I said. And because of that, I am not a member of the. You know what? Let's just let Elder tell it.
I didn't put anything together. I didn't put no scriptures together. Anyway, I'll give you the title in a couple of seconds. It says this is put up by GMS. GMS Vegas sit down 144K. If Jake can't deal with the bitterness of an herb, how much more the adversity of Jacob's trouble?
So let's go to 109.
Now, there's a
I'm
video,
so
and I
happy
saw
you taught me the Command F thing. So we're gonna play. I'm gonna go back to 37, right? But just listen to what he says right here at 109, Deegan.
Title, like I said in a minute. These are two demons. They come from Sakari for the Eli's little kids, for real. All right. But they're putting this thing about this guy's selling menorahs. They selling everything that ain't nailed down.
That's a lie.
I'm not selling menorahs. I'm selling mezuzahs, and that is literally the only thing I have ever sold. That's literally the only thing I have ever sold. And
hold on, why do I got to be a demon? I didn't even say nothing about the bitter herb.
You're just there. You're with me, so you know what I mean. You got to get it too. But literally, that's literally the only thing I've ever sold in my, other than when I sold weed in high school. You know what I mean? That I've actually ever sold in my life. So I'm not selling everything, but anything. What do you say? Everything that's not
nailed down.
Nailed down. But he said something earlier too. He said that we're not of the elect. Anyway, let's go back. Let's hear what I actually say.
The guys out. So I said, first of all, if you had a live thing, the building costs a lot.
Where does he actually play my video? I think right here.
Not the elect. Al-Azhar is not one of the elect. Not one of the elect.
Hold on, wait. Wait, how do we? How long ago was this video?
This was 6 hours ago.
6 hours ago. Okay, go back a little bit. Let me play it.
Israelite zombies out there, you're gonna get mad, get mad, and stay mad until the missiles come and do away with your black asses. This man right here is not one of the elect, and I take it he's not one of the elect either. These two guys are not the elect. Al-Azhar is not one of the elect.
What does he have to do with this? He just caught astray. Damn. But apparently, because I want to eat romaine lettuce on the Passover, which is a bitter herb, and I'm gonna listen. Not only I don't even want to. I'm gonna just drop the bomb later, right? But that's why I'm going to be making a video about responding to this, because apparently I'm not a member of the elect because I'm eating romaine lettuce on the Passover instead of horseradish, and both are okay.
And I don't even hate these guys. I don't hate them. They're Israelites. They'll come back.
But we're gonna die. Is what he's saying. It's all right. These niggas are gonna die, but it'll be all right. They'll come back.
Hi, Tar.
Yeah, what's going on, Elder? So, I think that's pretty much it. Elder Gabar made a video too. I don't know what the name of it. I don't know how many Great Millstone videos have been made about me today, but
over romaine lettuce. Damn.
And then, so I came into the comment section, right? And I said, hi, Elder. I never said I wasn't going to eat romaine, or I never said I was not going to eat bitter herbs. I got blocked. And so then in response to that, Elder Apostle made another video. And this is just really weird to me. So the title of the next video, everyone, is this. Trending bitterness. Brother Hassad, what does Deuteronomy 22, 28 to 29 mean? So he's asking me about a scripture that they use to justify, well, I'm not saying that they commit it, but that they believe it's permissible.
It's lawful to grape.
Exactly. They believe that it's lawful to force yourself onto a lady. And so because I don't want to eat horseradish on Passover instead of lettuce, now we're talking about grape.
Yeah.
That's where their mind immediately goes. I don't know why that is.
Bitter herb equals grape.
Let's do Command F. This thing is, what should I look up, Deacon? What words should I look up to see what he said?
Look up grape.
There we go.
I told you.
Him that grape is in the Bible, but at the same time, he was talking about we ain't right.
Okay, start talking about polite. Let's see if he talks about grape. Okay, whoa. He talks about grape quite a bit.
Oh my God, look at all of that.
Grape, 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 grape.
It's a lot of grapes.
It's a whole lot of grape. Okay.
This man, that grape thing, I ain't with that, man. I'm going back to being a Mohammedan.
So he asked me about if it's basically, and it's just exhausting at this point. Elder Tahar, Deuteronomy 28, 22, 28 to 29 has nothing to do with forcing yourself on a woman. I guess since we're here, we can just make mention of it. And I bet you that this is going to be the part that they really want to respond to. They're going to say, whatever, you can eat romaine lettuce, nigga, but let's talk about grape juice. So in Deuteronomy 22, let me show you guys something. And this is really sick. You know, we're making light of it, but this is a really disgusting thing that these brothers are teaching. In Deuteronomy 22, verse 28 says, if a man find a damsel that is a virgin, which is not betrothed, and lay hold on her and lie with her, and they be found, then the man that lay with her shall give unto the damsel's father 50 shekels of silver, and she shall be his wife, because he hath humbled her, and he may not put her away all his days. And I believe from all the videos I've heard, Elder Hart says the word is aina. Let's take a look. The word for humbled. Yeah, the word is aina. Strong's H6301. And it's used. So they'll say that means to force yourself on a woman, right? And it doesn't mean that. And I'm going to prove it in a second. But there's one when it says, I think the root word, it says if you humble, like or the with the harp. Let me see. I think it might be the root word of it, right? I'm dealing with the harp. Or that might be the word for let me take a look. Lay hold. That's the word that lay hold. That's what it is.
Oh no.
Yeah. That's the word for lay hold, right? And we can deal with humble too, but I want to say this, right? It says you lay hold. It's the word tapas, right? It says this guy lay held on a harp. Was he forcing himself on the harp? Is he? Because that's a violent act to force yourself on a woman. Is he being violent with the harp and the organ? No. Furthermore, in Deuteronomy 22, there's already a word for forcing yourself with a woman. Look at this. If you just go up a little earlier, it says Deuteronomy 22 and where is verse 25? But if a man find a betrothed damsel in the field and the man force her and lie with her, then the man that only that lay with her shall die. Now, let's take a look at the word here for force. Force, chazak. So there's already a Hebrew word for forcing yourself on a woman. Why doesn't it use that word in Deuteronomy 28 to 22, 28 to 29? Because it's not talking about forcing yourself. It's talking about you crack it. Like, imagine that. You say you cracked her. Oh, I cracked her. Did you crack her over the head? Or I knocked her? Did you knock her out? No. You should, not trying to get too graphic into this, but in the UK, they say, you'll get banged. You're talking about banging people. You know what I mean? And they're talking about hurting someone. In America, if you say, yeah, I banged her, you're not talking about like you hit her over the head with a goddamn club. You're saying you could have been listening to the Isley Brothers between the sheets. You know what I mean? That's not a record that you're going to listen to if you're forcing. But I'm not going to get too deep into this, man.
I got a video I want to play real quick.
Go ahead. Or I smashed. You did what you smash her face in, huh? I hit it. Did you punch her? It's not literal. It's just words that our ancestors used.
I remember that I got mad at it. Let me see. All right, y'all. What's your questions, comments, and smoke? Questions, comments, and smoke.
And we can't hear it. We can't hear it. Yeah.
Okay.
Is this if I want a woman, I'm a...
Yeah.
Oh, my God. You know what? Elder Tahar, Elder Apostle Gabar, Elder Apostle Ramlab. It would be really funny, too, if Elder Rakab could make a response video, too. I want an explanation. I want an explanation, and I think the 400 people watching this want an explanation on what you meant when you said, if I want to.
Here, you do it.
Okay, what's the name of the video?
I'm sending it to your WhatsApp.
Can you just tell me
You
what it is?
send it to your phone.
Yeah. Okay.
Phone, WhatsApp, what?
Phone. Yeah. Wind horse. Hold on.
We gotta keep this a secret. We gotta be the only one with this video. Okay, I sent it to your phone.
Okay, I'm looking at it.
What minute mark? Let me show you what minute mark.
Oh boy, this is bad.
Now go to 1 minute and 14 seconds. 1 minute 14 seconds.
Of women is to get raped.
We never taught a quote unquote rape doctrine.
Now you gonna tell me, oh, you can't rape a woman? If I feel like raping a woman, I'm gonna rape her.
What did he say?
You gonna tell me, oh, you can't rape a woman? If I feel like raping a woman, I'm gonna rape her.
Damn. They should have been it's just repent, keep teaching the law, statutes, and commandments, and maybe leave other people alone. I think that'll be good for you guys.
You shouldn't throw stones if you live in that type of a house. I don't know what house is that? Is that a glass house? I don't know if that's a glass house. Come on, Elder.
Now you gonna tell me, oh, you can't rape a woman? If I feel like raping a woman, I'm gonna rape her.
Pretty much that's a lie. When people say,
Wow.
"Oh, y'all teach a rape doctrine,"
Now you gonna tell me?
He said, if anybody couldn't hear it, he said, people are gonna tell me that I can't. He used the art grape a woman. If I feel like graping a woman, I'm gonna grape me a woman. He's what's sad is he talking about it so casually, like it's somebody's rebuking him for eating too many cheeseburgers or something. You could tell me I can't eat a cheeseburger. If I feel like eating cheeseburger, I'm eating me a damn cheeseburger.
Okay, let's take a look at the comments. Somebody said, "Will we be willing to discuss John 1:1 with Brother Yahweh all?" Of course. It's only been misrepresented by brothers who mischaracterize the information, but it's clear that you at least understand the position, Deacon. I believe I understand it. Let me know if I'm wrong. I thought that they're saying he did not pre-exist.
Well, they're saying that we all pre-existed in a certain respect, but I think he's saying ontologically, as
as the independent entity.
Yeah, so that's what I believe their position is. Brother Joel, if I'm incorrect, then I apologize.
Okay, let's see. Any questions, comments, and smoke before we close this little short class out? Any questions, comments, or smoke? Does the law on usury only concern loans, or can it? Yeah, just loans, because if you sell somebody a product, they buy it, they don't have to pay you back.
And anybody that wasn't able to attend the Passover, listen, y'all, hopefully the next Passover is with Christ in the kingdom. But if we're still here in captivity next year, you got to make it to the Passover. All right. It was a beautiful time. Put a 1 in the chat if you was at the Passover in Charlotte, North Carolina, had a good time. All praises to the Most High. Yeah, sis. It's sad, Sister Yaya. It's definitely sad, but it just proves that we are the Israelites, because we were doing a whole lot of madness back in in the Bible too. Somebody said, "What was the bomb y'all dropped?"
Wait for the post-production.
I don't know if I can tell y'all that. We
Wait
dropped
for the post-production. Somebody said they wanted to ask a question verbally. I was there in the spirit. All praises. How are you buying food stamps usury? Because you're really supposed to be getting charged half off. don't think that's Yuri, my boy. Look at this comment, man. Who is Jeff? Bro, this is Jeff, you need to be home. Jeff, you need to sign up to the Genesis Varsity Online Academy specializing in Hebrew apologetics. And I'm glad that bro said something about the Passover. I want to play this. If y'all haven't seen this, boy, we did it. It was going down.
Genesis on your mind. Genesis on the grind. Big G's, not the little ones. Big G's, not the little ones. Big G's, not the little ones. Stay down till the missiles come. Big G's, not the little ones. Big G's, not the little ones. Big G's, not the little ones. And I heard they want smoke, I'ma sizzle some. Yeah, this ain't a rap, it's a eulogy. Killed every hater that was acting like they cool with me.
Yeah, no, y'all, that was it was a time, man. It was a time you just had to be there, man. You just had to be there. Green and gold thing, big G's. This camp, y'all, let me take this camp is really based off of brotherhood, camaraderie, and unity, man. When I seen these brothers in the flesh and how much they love each other, like that was just incredible, man. That was absolutely incredible. And that's what we want to continue to build. It's, we love the knowledge, wisdom, and information, but we want brotherhood, love, and unity, man. These brothers have already been fellowshipping with each other leading up to the Passover, whether it was in the chats or in person, flyer duty, camp duty. And the love that they showed for each other, man, is just outrageous. I mean, man, it's emotional. It was an emotional time it was an emotional roller coaster through the ceremony. I had to keep it together inside, especially when the elder priest Daniela started speaking that fluent Hebrew. I was like, Lord in Christ, all praises. Okay, let me put a
And Aaron and everybody just got the illest Genesis gear, and I'm over here in a t-shirt that I just took out the dryer. I need some good gear.
Okay, gather yourselves. What's going on?
Shalom, brother. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I just wanted to ask a question. It has nothing to do with topic, so is that still okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So I have a congregation, but I need some type of counsel in the sense of if you guys say you guys are out there at camp teaching, right? And then a brother or a sister, but in my situation, a brother comes that's in a unfortunate situation. He's homeless. He seems to be listening, wanting to learn, but he's homeless. You have yourself a building and all these things. But would it be wise to have the brother on the first or second time from coming to camp when you go out and teach to then come back to the building with you all, knowing that there's children, women, etc.? Or should you prove the brother more? Let him show up more often, and see how sincere he is and where his mind is at, knowing that he's in a unfortunate homeless situation, to see where his mind is really at.
There's a scripture I'm trying to find in Sirach that literally speaks on this. Is it Sirach 12? Except not every man. You don't think about Deacon?
In Sirach, yeah.
Is that? Here we go. Sirach 11. I'm gonna read Sirach 11 in the GNT. Watch this.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, got you, bro. It says 29. Let's see. Wow. Look at this, brother. I'm gonna share my screen.
All right. Also, I'm brother Kaya, by the way. Salakia Kings.
Okay. This is Sirach 11 and 29. Be careful about the kind of person you invite into your home, because clever people can fool you in many ways. Boom. You got to be careful about who you invite into your house, who you let in the school, especially if there's women and children there. You don't know this. You don't know what type of character this person has. You don't know what they're wanting. Maybe steal, harm somebody. Who knows what they're going to do? So you're going to have to. If the Bible says if you get a friend, prove him first. You got to prove people because you know what type of person they are.
Right. So I definitely would agree with that topic, but when I did mention it to one of my brothers, he didn't really agree. So I wanted to see what you guys had to say about that. And what would you say would be like if it was you guys, for example, what would you say would be a good time period you probably would really prove that person, knowing everything that they're going through?
I couldn't give it a time period because it varies on a case by case basis. Depending on what type of person that person is. I guess a rough estimate. Shoot, I mean, I don't know. What do you think? I made at least maybe a month, maybe. I think that's,
from what I know, all I know is the brother is, as I said, he's in a rough situation. He's homeless. He doesn't have a place to stay, etc. And he seems to come, and it's his second time pulling up while we're out teaching. But
let me ask you this, brother. Did he ask you guys for money the first time he came up, or the second time?
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Okay. Well, maybe it could be a situation where he's just waiting. He's just trying to use you. So you don't know. You have to be careful. You know.
Well, maybe he's not.
Or maybe he's not, but you don't know. That's what I would say, unless Deacon, you got something else to say.
When you and your brother both feels right about it, you guys need to be collectively making decisions.
Okay. I'll definitely keep that in mind because I have been in a situation before with a sister, except this was a while ago when I first came in the truth. A sister, she basically wanted to be a part of something I was doing, and she just straight out asked, hey, could people help me with my rent, etc. Thinking it's like a church or something where we could just give back to her, and we didn't have that, but someone did help her. And the second she got help, she never participated or showed up in anything we ever did after that.
And guess what, though? Great is your reward in heaven because you gave as you were given unto God.
Come on.
But this sister says, if you were out here teaching the Bible, and if the Most High is with you, then you should be able to read a person's spirit off the jump. That's not necessarily true. It really takes experience. It takes time. I done been played before.
Yeah.
So, you can't say that every time. Niggas are slick. Niggas are snakes and cunning.
Yeah. Why didn't the disciples have the ability to read Judas' spirit? Remember when Christ said, one of you is the devil? And what some of them said, is it me, Lord? Is it me? How come they didn't know who? It's Judas.
Con. All right. The water, I appreciate y'all for accepting my question, even though it wasn't on topic. And Shalom, Kings.
Shalom, brother. Yeah, but like I was saying though,
I ain't never shooken up.
Going back to this, I want to do a quick Passover recap. We got a lot of footage. We got a special presentation that all the nation needs to hear. But a recap, man, it was a powerful first Genesis 2025 Passover. It was the best, and I'm not hating. I promise you, I'm not even being biased. Anybody who came from the same camp that I came from was like, nigga, we never had no shit like that. We never had a building like that. We never had the setup like that. We never had quality like that. So, we just wanted to make sure that everybody was accommodated, acclimated, acquainted, and situated, and whatever type of related that it was. But yeah, it was good. All praise to the Most High for all the brothers and sisters and the kids that showed up. All praises to the Most High. The cookout was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
The mega camp, the police was tripping on us at that damn center. But the Passover, the outings that we did, brothers was chilling at their respected Airbnbs and having gatherings like that. So, I just want to say all praise to the Most High for those who showed up and showed out, and all the brothers and sisters who were there in spirit, who were watching online, and who supported and were just praying that everything went smoothly. How we orchestrated how I'm sitting here at the top of the map in Seattle and able to orchestrate that facility aside on the whole bottom of the map was crazy. And then everything goes smoothly with no interruptions or hiccups. That's all the Most High is doing.
All praise to the Most High.
All praises. So what we got in the chat? Oh, if you want to join Genesis, because I know a lot of people now who seen the footage and seen the unity and seen how we function, and even brothers and sisters who weren't a part of Genesis but showed up to the Passover. If you want to be an official member of the body, hit my email. Get into a body. I don't even care if it's Genesis. Get connected to a body. We're supposed to bear each other's burdens. You need leadership. You need order. You need structure. Don't be an individualite, but don't also, he said, give Hassad some credit. Never. Never. The last time I gave Hassad credit, he said he was damn. What was the disciple, Mattathias, the one that took Judas's place?
Yeah.
No,
I thought you were gonna. Do you know what I thought you were about to say? I thought you were gonna say I
I
wouldn't.
can't give him anything because whatever I give him.
Okay, all right. Okay, in front of 400 people. Let's not do that.
Nah. Yeah, hit me up, man. Yeah, of course, Hassad, man. Hassad. I was very surprised with brother Hassad, because he's a young man, but whatever I was telling him to get done, he definitely got it done like that second. I did have to tell him because Hassad is one of them, I got you, I'm gonna do it. But during this whole process, because normally he'll probably do it the next day, 4 hours later. Hassad learned to, when he has to do something, you do it now. You do it at that moment, because black people in general have a hard time with that. Yeah, we're taking questions, comments, and smoke. But yeah, credit to Hassad for sure, man. He got the lamb. He had the brothers get the lambs together, man. He had they cut it close on the lambs. And I understand now, Hassad, why there wasn't enough lamb as I thought, because when you see the lambs that they slaughtered,
yeah, they weren't the biggest.
They weren't. So we gotta look for some fatter lambs. It ain't about just being a year old. You gotta get a healthy year old, man. But what about you, Hassad? Quick Passover sentiments.
Man, it was dope, I was just so happy that things went well. I know that there were people that were expecting things probably not to go well. And especially with this being the first Passover we had as a camp, it was it's very special. There was nothing that went wrong at all. There was nothing that went wrong. The camaraderie was amazing.
Yeah, we was expecting brothers to get drunk and all that at the Passover. Mm-hmm. And that's crazy. Everybody was really composed and sober for real.
Yeah, and everybody just
praises.
Hey,
wish I could. No, I'm joking.
Genesis is just like, it's just real niggas in Genesis, man. I can't put it any other way. It's just hellified brothers that's in Genesis, and they're not in any other. They call themselves. They took the G or something like that. They're like Gaborium or something like that. Like they ain't got the sauce like we got the sauce. Man, I see King Solomon in the chat. He's a cool guy, I guess. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Bach and the Gop, all them brothers.
Hey, they can do like this. They can throw that G up, but they can't do the big G though.
Yeah, they ain't Dr. Pepper. They're Mr. Pibb or something like that. I'm playing.
Let's see.
Pay back the bot, because you was talking crazy to me on the phone the other day.
Let me see. So the brother had a question. I don't understand what he's saying here. What does it say, Hassad?
Salat King question. Shark have dermal denticles, also called placoid scales, which are small tooth-like structures made of dentin and enamel, similar to human teeth, that can swim faster. Are you asking if we can eat shark? And no, when you look at their skin is, listen, let me just show you what the word for scales is. When you look at the word for scale in Leviticus 11.
Look at this, Hassad.
God, you're a real nigga, but you're not a real. Oh, no, that was perfect. That was perfect.
Oh my God.
Okay. But in Leviticus 11, let me pull it up real quick, right? When it talks about scales, there's real, and then there's, you know what I mean? Golly,
I feel horrible. I
You're
feel
the worst.
horrible, man. Listen, I love you, brother, to the death. I love you. That's right, Kodash. You know what's up.
So when you look at the word for scales, look what it says, right? So not fins nor scales. Look at this.
Who would want to eat shark anyway?
Yeah.
It would just have to be a Genesis member that wants to eat shark. After we just got done saying how great of a people you guys were.
So notice, look what it says. Hence a coat of a male, like chain mail, like the knights would wear, is supposed to be like that. Those type of scales. Those do not exist on a shark. If you look at a rainbow trout, they have clear fins and scales right there that look like chainmail. So no shark. No baby shark. Dude
said, do we still, bro, the Passover's over. Either you put blood on your doorpost or not. He's responding to you, Hassad.
So swordfish is unclean too? Yes, swordfish is unclean.
Any other questions? Somebody said a shark sandwich. Ugh. That just hurt my stomach. Uh-oh, here we go, Hassad.
Yes, seaweed is lawful.
And sea moss.
And sea moss is lawful as well.
Give them a quick synopsis.
Yes, so in Leviticus 11, let's look at because, you know, I used to teach that as well, that you're not allowed to eat seaweed or sea moss. But let me just show you guys something really quick. This will take 2 seconds. All right, look at this. So in Leviticus 11, look what it tells you. When at the conclusion of it, verse 46, this is the law of the beast. So it's concluding what it said from 1 all the way to 46. This is the law of the beast and of the fowl and of every living creature that moveth in the waters and of every creature that creepeth upon the earth. When you look at the word for creature right here, right? Every moving creature that's in the water, it's the Hebrew word napash, Strong's H5315. I would challenge anybody to illustrate any time where vegetation is called napash. Napash is like a sentient being, like a cow or a lamb or a chicken. A seaweed, plankton, is not a, you know what I'm saying? It's not napash.
We should do makeup Passover in Houston.
Hey, check your phone, Deacon. See what I texted you about an hour and 4 minutes ago.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, we should do makeup Passover in Houston.
Yeah, if you missed after Sabbath, we'll look up and see what's going on. But if you missed the Passover and you still want to observe it with Genesis, we might be doing the makeup Passover, or you might just say, I want to keep 2 of them and fellowship with the brothers. We might be doing the makeup Passover in Houston.
Put a 1 in the chat if you are in Houston or Sugar Land or the surrounding areas. Put a 1 if you in H-Town.
And for those of you who don't know, the makeup Passover is like 30 days from now. So in the law, you have the Passover, and then a month later, those who missed it, you can make it up a month later.
What's up, my brother? Shalom, Kadash. Okay, so we got a few people that's in Houston. Whoever this guy, the handle of this guy is, there's some growing, I guess, that we have done. We've come to some different conclusions. By the way, that story of Judas Iscariot is an allegory about the tribe of Judah. I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'm asking because Israel was commanded to wear fringes, and I see these guys with fringes and the Zeke. He literally said Zeke.
He said the Giants.
Oh,
brother. Giants?
With Zeke?
With Zeeks. Is there a reason why God allows a master to keep his servant, wife, and child after he is free in Exodus 21? That's a good question. Let's go there. because I looked at that before. Let's go to Exodus 21. And I believe it's because he wanted to stay. I think so. So if he elects to stay, let me see. Let me take this off the screen.
GMO Yashar, what do you mean? I mean, Paul is very clear what his stance is in Corinthians concerning that.
Okay, so this is in the NLT, right? Exodus 21. These are the regulations. If you buy a Hebrew slave, he may serve you for no more than 6 years. Set him free in the 7th year, and he will owe you nothing for his freedom. If he was single when he became your slave, he shall leave single. But if he was married before he came a slave, then his wife must be freed with him. Hold on. Yeah, so you got to let the wife go. Like if you took him when he was single, you let him go. If you took him and his wife, then you let them both go. If his master gave him a wife, while he was a slave and they had sons or daughters, then only the man will be free in the 7th year, but his wife and children will still belong to his master. Why? Because the master provided him the wife and the kids, therefore they are his property for that time being. And there could be here that their 7 years is not up. So it's not that the slave master is breaking the 7-year rule. It could be that you got him 3 years before you gave him a wife. That wife still got 4 years to serve. But the slave may declare, I love my master, my wife, and children. I do not want to go free. It do also seem like a ploy to keep a nigga around, though, too. I ain't going to front. If he does this, his master must present him before God. Then his master must take him to the doorpost, pierce his ear, save his life. What we got in the chat? For the vegan or vegetarian is eating the yes. So let's say you were in Israel and you didn't eat meat. You would have to eat the meat on Passover.
Somebody said,
Did Yahushua exist as the Word while he was Solomon and other people during the Old Testament simultaneously? What do you mean did he exist as the Word?
He's saying that, yes, the Word embodied Solomon, or Solomon it was the embodiment of the Word. So, I mean, yes, it's at the same time, but not two different entities. Brother Jay, yes, there is the makeup. Hold
Feast
on.
of Unleavened Bread, yeah.
Yeah.
It's a month after the regular Feast of Unleavened Bread. Soldier of Yah. How do I reconcile that? It's what the Most High is saying in Isaiah 44:24 when he says he's alone. He's saying that he alone is the source of all the creating. That's what that means. You know, so it would be, and I know why you're asking the question, which is fine, but we'd have to look at Hebrews chapter 1, Colossians chapter 1, Revelation 3, John 1, and other scriptures, and we have to harmonize them.
Yeah, and who's the us? Who's the let us?
Let us make man in our image, us. No, you're sure. You're good. Let me take a look at that Revelation real quick.
What did he say?
And it was given unto him to make war with the saints and to overcome power and powers. No, that's the kindreds right here is all people.
Now, if you want to double down, though, right there.
Shamar, no, it's either or. You can either wear the tzitzits or the fringes that most people are familiar with. You have to wear one or the other.
Zeeks. Hey, y'all, you see this? I've been really on this glass bottle water.
Yeah.
Trying to take care of myself. Y'all take care of yourself to your best ability. To your best ability, we're in this hellhole where everything is horrible for us. Okay, what's this?
So we're good.
Can you get nailed to the cross without breaking a bone? The same way we just killed 3 lambs without breaking a bone.
We're right there.
Y4SL. YS4L. What do you want to explain again, brother?
The Giants with Zeke. Is it wrong to not drink wine on Passover? Yeah, because Christ told you to do so. So you should listen to what he says. Plus they might not be open. The owner's finding location. Okay, I'm not sure. What scriptures help y'all when you feel the Most High stretching your faith and waiting on something? Like when he's testing you? There's a bunch of scriptures. There's one in Judith where, let me see. He has not tested us like our fathers. Something like that. I think it's in the Apocrypha. Judith chapter, where is it at? Is it 2? So remember what Abraham, Isaac, him. Judith 8. It says, Judith chapter 8, verse 25. Moreover, let us give thanks to the Lord our God, which tries us, even as he did our fathers. Remember what things he did to Abraham. Think about what God did to Abraham. He told him, hey, listen, just go to this random place that I've never told you about. When you get there, you know that your kid Isaac, your kid Ishmael and your wife, get rid of them. You're going to have another kid. Oh, then he has that kid. And he says, hey, that kid, go kill him. Abraham went through a whole lot. So we have to put what we're going through into perspective. It says how he tried Isaac and what happened to Jacob in Mesopotamia of Syria when he kept the sheep of Laban, his mother's brother. For he hath not tried us in the fire as he did them for the examination of their hearts. So I'm not sure what it is you're going through. It could be very bad. But we got to remember, all the righteous men in the Bible all went through something. There's not a single righteous person in the Bible that never had to go through it. And every single time they went through it, they were rewarded greatly. So just remember that.
Look at that. Hey, quick drop. Shout out Rayak Tassels. You understand? Shout out Rayak Tassels. Go, hey.
Diamonds on me, dance. That's what this look like, diamonds dancing.
Yeah, you see me shining. You see me shining like white diamonds simply because I'm timing.
After Shabbat, make sure y'all grab some for sure.
Rayak Tassels, baby. Go ahead and post that in the chat. Watch these, though. Green and gold will never fold. You went and cop some. Listen, you went and cop some Zeets. I got the better kind. The Bugs Bunny straps and snatch the patent leather kind.
Baraka, Shalom, would frozen pancakes and waffles be considered okay for Feast of Unleavened Bread? No, I don't think so. I'm almost 100% sure. Absolutely not. Can you do a breakdown on the 2/3 in the wilderness? Yeah, we can. I think
we already did that.
We already did, actually.
Oh, but go ahead real quick.
Yeah, the 2/3 in Zechariah 13, when it says, and it shall come to pass that in all the land shall 2/3 of my people cut off and die. That's referring to when the Israelites are going to be gathered into the wilderness, according to Ezekiel chapter 20. And 2/3 of our people in the wilderness are going to die. That's what it's referring to. Thinking John the Baptist is Elijah. Off top of it, Matthew 17:11, the disciples thinking John the Baptist is Elijah. If that's not so, what scripture should I read to better understand that? No, he was Elijah. That's why Christ said in Matthew 11 that from the even now the kingdom of heavens he said the kingdom of heaven suffers violent, the violent take it by force. For the law and the prophets prophesied until John, and if you can receive it, this is Elijah. He literally called him Elijah. Can you guys speak to the variant for John 3 and 34? Let me double check on that one. I'm pretty sure what that one says. But I think, let me just double check. the variant. I wasn't familiar. Actually, I'm not familiar with this one. When it says he's not given the Spirit by measure, you said there's a variant. I didn't know about that. So I'd have to take a look into that.
Yeah, so it says some manuscripts include the phrase unto him, referring to Jesus in the verse, while others do not. The verse typically reads, for he whom God has sent speaks the words of God, for God gives the Spirit without measure. In some versions, it says unto him. So whether it's unto, this is the type of shit that West Huff be talking about. These variants that have no bearing on the context. Somebody's getting the Spirit without measure, whether it's Christ or not. Because one is saying, for he whom God has sent. So somebody gets sent, speaks the words of God. Somebody's speaking the words of God. For God gives the Spirit without measure. I just don't understand. I don't even understand the point.
You see?
They say they want beef, then I'm cooking like I'm Kaya. Never been a pseudo, I ain't Billy Carson. You just like to show it off, I'll be really parking.
Look at that general's coat, Hassad. Look at that general's jacket. General's jacket. Why are black people playing on the Bible? The book is not to be understood. Excuse me? Uncle Leroy. I'm not sure what you mean, Uncle Leroy. Leroy! Y'all, I got jet lag. Charlotte, let me tell you something, Charlotte. This guy said we are from Kemet. Let's get him on. Let's get him on. We want to talk about Kemet, brother. Let's get you on here. Talk about Timid Kemet. Let's talk about Kemet, Timid. I mean, Timid Kemet. Okay, let's see. This is crazy. Somebody said, even for Roe to show up, that was powerful. He could have been getting money, keeping Passover and anyone else, but he popped out. Shout out to Roe the chef for pulling up to the Genesis Passover. All praises. Hassad got his wedding coming up in how long?
In 12 days. In 12 days. Damn.
Talk about it, brother.
Yeah, man. All praises to the Most High. I'm getting married in 12 days. It's been a long time coming. It still doesn't even feel real. Yeah, I'm getting married in 12 days. So all praise to the Most High, everybody. Definitely send up some prayers for your boy.
It feels surreal.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna have the illest playlist ever. You know what I mean? I'm gonna be singing Lenny Williams and everything.
Your question didn't get answered, brother? If we have the Spirit without measure, we should be able to do everything Yahweh Shai did. I want to see a nigga walk on water. What was your question? Hassad ran from it? Uh-oh, he's got...
We got a proud American.
We got a proud American in here. Proud American.
He's a veteran. He's a veteran.
All right, what's good, my brother?
What it do?
Are you the Kemet, Uncle Leroy?
Yeah.
You about to
What
fire
you know
up?
about Kemet?
You about to fire up some of that good tweet?
What you know about Kemet? Yeah, I'm in Cali.
Okay, yeah. What I do know is that they had us in slavery. That's what I do know.
Kemet had y'all in slavery. Slave's a Slav word. How do you get slaves to go way back to before Slavics?
Anybody who was let me just say they had us in bondage. You like that better?
No, I don't believe that.
Okay, so if you
Where's
go,
your proof of that?
it's very easy. When you go to the dynasty of, are you familiar with the dynasties?
Yeah, yes. Old, Middle, or New Kingdom.
Okay, so
Which one?
I'm about to show you, my brother. I'm about to show you.
You gonna pull up somebody else's information.
Nah, I'm going to. So when you look up, what's the dude's name? It's a story of
A story, or we talking facts?
You talking about Amin Misi?
Yeah, there we go. Who is Amin Misi?
He's asking you, brother. Federal.
Federal. Where you at, brother? Hello?
Fed.
Fed. We'll wait for him to come back up. Somebody said wedding rings aren't lawful. Well, do you have a source on that? I mean, I don't wear them, but there's some things that don't go back to idolatry. Now, if you can prove they do go back to idolatry, then
I'm back.
provide that source.
Yeah, go ahead and tell me about it. What kingdom was it?
So, what do you know about Sintaki?
Give me a date, bro.
You don't know about Sintaki?
Nope.
Okay.
What was it?
Are you a Kemetic scholar?
No, I'm not a scholar. Half the stuff's been erased during the Dark Ages. Nobody's a scholar of Kemet no more.
Do you know about SETI 2?
Yeah, I know about SETI.
SETI 2 in term? It's the
Come
20th.
on, bro. What are you saying? When were we in bondage?
I'm trying to teach you, brother.
No, you're not. You
The 20th.
asking me questions. It sounds like you're trying to learn something.
No, I mean, if I was trying to learn, you don't have the sauce for
You're
it.
asking questions. You're looking up something.
What's going on?
When were they in bondage?
What was going on in the 20th dynasty?
The Ptolemies, the Greeks was in there. Are you talking about when the Greeks took over?
No.
Yeah.
How long have you been studying Kemet, brother?
Nah, bro, y'all ain't even.
I'm just
y'all believing in the Bible. Why are y'all
brother,
even playing in the Bible?
Brother,
y'all believe the Bible? Y'all believe Abraham was real or something?
Okay, just hold on. We're gonna get there. How long have you been studying Kemet, brother?
I can show you this.
Can you just tell us?
Do you have a certificate of completion from Dr. Ray Hagins?
Oh my God.
Yeah, I done been through a couple schools. Theology's not gonna teach you nothing about Kemet.
Okay. So you don't know about the 20th dynasty. You don't know about
what you know, they told you about the 20th dynasty. You don't know about the 20th dynasty. That's white.
Well, you know what, brother? That's what we're asking you. You're clearly the expert.
No, I'm telling you. Listen, I want to know when we was in bondage. That's how the conversation started.
I just
a lot of people think slaves built the pyramids, and that's what got black people fucked up.
I just told you, brother. That's what I told you. Can you prove to me? Can you prove that? Where do you come from?
South Sudan.
You come from South Sudan?
Yeah.
How you know?
Because I did my DNA, my haplogroup.
Oh, the white people. Oh, white people told you where you were from.
No, I did my whatever you want to call it. I know where my haplogroup is coming from.
But you said
haplogroups can't make up a haplogroup.
They can't.
No.
The haplogroups change over thousands.
No, you get your same DNA back from two different companies, and they don't even know what the other information is. They can't copy what they don't know.
Okay, so give me the history on how where were you taking?
You want to learn something? That's
where
what y'all
were you
do.
taking?
Y'all don't know.
Yeah, I want you to learn. Yeah. I
Y'all
want to
try to
learn.
drain knowledge. Knowledge ain't free, bro. I went to school. If you don't know, shut up and listen. You want me to teach you something?
Oh,
Yeah,
You want me to teach you something?
I want to learn something
Cause
specifically.
I ain't living in
How did we go from?
California, balling, retired. I got nothing but time. I don't work. I don't need internet to get famous. You feel me? I do my own research. I live happy in my own crib. You feel me? In Beverly Hills.
So
Been retired for 20 years.
Are you Kemet
and
or
you
you
got to
American?
receive the fruits of God.
Yeah, let's see how long he goes.
He's gonna go for a long time.
Yeah, let's let him run out of breath first. Let's wait till he's about to catch his breath.
Pause.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Okay.
You're wrong. I'm waiting on you to prove it.
Okay. Did we go from Sudan to West Coast of Africa? How did we get to America?
I don't know where you come
How
from.
did you get to America?
You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Blacks been in America before Christopher Columbus. You know that, right?
I didn't ask you that. I said, how did your people get to America?
We might have walked across.
Across what?
The ice when it was frozen.
And
you didn't know the ice was frozen and black people could walk over here during the ice age. There was no motherfucking there was no
what's it called?
Africa wasn't frozen under the ice age. There was still life. Black people wasn't just gone out of existence during the ice age. Black people could walk from country to country.
The ice age. So are you Kemet or are you American?
What the hell are you talking about, bro? You hear his questions? That's how stupid people talk when they don't have no questions. You trying to ask them?
I'm just looking at your flag. I'm just looking at the flag on your wall.
I'm out.
Are you Kemet or American, bro? That's all. But you ran. You ran. What else we got? Any other questions? Oh, the brother said he didn't get his question answered. IB, ask your question one more time, please. Ask your question one more time.
I'm trying to see what time is that spot?
Yari. Somebody said, how do you join to discuss? I hope it's worth our while. I'm going to put a link in the chat, respectfully.
They close at 3. We got to order something.
Oh, can you wear fringes tucked in legally? I mean, to be honest with you, bro, like, I wouldn't do it. Let me see her real quick. And then you can take her. Come on, say hi. Dada? Say hi. Say hi.
Mm-hmm.
Look in the camera over there. No, look over here. This way. Let them see how beautiful your face is. There you go. Now say bye. Say bye. Ooh, you stank. Go get your diaper changed. Here. Bye. Okay. Yeah, I mean, if you want to tuck your fringes in, bro, like, I wouldn't do it, and I would look at you as a BAN. To be honest, that's just me. I would look at you as a BAN. But, like, I guess. Okay. Couple more questions, y'all. He said that's not nice. Got another question. Were the Israelites that had leprosy following other gods when they didn't cut their hair? No. Okay, brother Jaleel.
Hey, shalom, mighty man.
Shalom, brother. What's going on?
If time allows, I would love to discuss um the New Testament versus the Old Testament as far as what are we under. From what I understand, you men believe we are still under the Old Testament. I believe, according to Scripture, we are under the New. That's my point. That's what I would like to discuss.
Okay.
Go to Jeremiah.
Yeah, let's just go right to where we see the new covenant. So in Jeremiah 31 and 31, are you there, brother? Brother Jaleel. Brother Jaleel.
Brother Jaleel, the Lord muted you. There we go.
Okay, there
My
you go.
apologies.
Can you hear us now?
I'm listening. I'm going to try to set up this stream on my laptop so I can actually interact better. But I'm listening as I open up my laptop.
I got you. So in Jeremiah 31 and 31, it says, "Behold, the days come, says the Lord, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers." Right? I'm going to just get to the point. Verse 33. "But this shall be my covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days." After what days?
You said after what days?
Yeah, so when it says after those days, when it says those, why is it using the word those?
Because there were things that needed to come to pass.
No, when it says after those days, it's speaking of specific days, isn't it?
Right. So those days are going into things coming to pass, leading up to the point, pretty much in this verse.
Okay, so after what days?
Well, my bad. Let me open up my Bible. My bad, because I told you I'm moving around.
It sounds like you're under the kitchen sink trying to fix a pipe or something.
No, I'm literally moving pretty much upstairs. So just it's a better setup. Bear with me. I'm so sorry.
No, don't worry about
sorry.
it.
Please tell me after those days. Please tell me.
No, we can't tell you. We can't.
What? I'm sorry.
We can't tell you. That's what we're having a discussion on it. So, to ask you what your understanding is. We can tell you.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll tell you after you concede.
Okay. Well, if you explain, you see, I'll be able to say, yay, I agree, or nay, I disagree, and I'll tell you why.
But brother, you believe we're under the new covenant. This is the very first scripture where we see the new covenant being introduced. It's reiterated in Hebrews. So I'm asking you, when it says after those days, what days is it after?
Okay. Hold on. I'm sit down. Jeremiah 31:31.
Jeremiah 31 and 33 now. You're reading it in your head.
No.
Oh boy, now he's in the matrix.
I hope you know where you might want to get situated.
Yeah, hello, shalom.
We hear you now. He said, "Hello, shalom." I like this guy, even though he ain't said nothing.
Let's see here.
Have you had Jeremiah 31?
Yeah, Jeremiah 31 and verse
33.
Con.
Okay. So when it says after those days, after what days?
Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will make a new covenant. Okay, yeah, it says, and in those days. So I understand those days would be post death and resurrection.
Where in Jeremiah 31 does it even make mention of death, burial, and resurrection?
Here's a better question. Where is Jeremiah 31? Let me help you out, because I'm trying to be nice. Good cop, bad cop. I'm the good cop. He's the bad cop right now. Where in Jeremiah 31 does it mention days? Because when it says those days, after those days, that means it had already mentioned some days before.
Right. You're on verse 32. says covenant. It says, but this shall be the covenant I will make with them after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my law. Yes. Okay, Con. So these days, we're not only talking about the times of the apostles, but they're also talking about now.
You didn't understand the question at all.
No. I do understand the question.
You don't,
You
brother.
you at real quick,
No, he's
if I may,
saying that, he's
Salakia.
saying that those days are now too.
Yeah,
So
Con.
after,
So
how are
okay,
we
so
in
we're
the,
gonna get into the new covenant after now? So in the future?
No. The new covenant was already instituted. The new covenant was instituted post death and resurrection.
So
That's
wait, it was instituted after Christ was resurrected?
no, really when he died. When he died, it was instituted. If I be very to the point, when he died.
so why would you say that these days that we're in now are a part of those days that are in Jeremiah 31, which the covenant is going to be made after those days?
So Jeremiah 31, we know this is oh my God, so many people calling. So
abandon ship.
So
abort.
No, somebody was calling me. So if I can make things plain and simple and be serious about it, this prophecy, okay, came to pass when the Messiah died, okay? That's when it came, that's when the new covenant was instituted.
Okay.
It's talking.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I'll yield there. You can go ahead because it's probably going to. Go ahead.
Are you an Israelite?
Yes, from the tribe of Judah.
Okay. Who are your neighbor?
Who is my neighbor?
Yes,
my
sir.
neighbor is the brother of my people. That's Leviticus 19:17.
What about the wicked Israelites?
The wicked Israelites, or they my brothers? I gotta pray for them. Lord, will they repent? That's Matthew 5.
Are they your neighbor?
Wicked Israelites, yes. If they wait, I'm sorry.
No. So all Israelites are your neighbor, no matter what, if they're wicked or righteous.
Yes, the children of my people. I'll read it. Let's
you
read
got
it.
I got you. I agree with that answer. That's a great answer. So
then what you asked further, so I was confused after you asked further.
I understand.
Okay.
So in verse 34, when it says, after the law has been put in their inward parts, they shall teach no more every man his neighbor and every man his brother, saying, know the Lord. Do you teach other Israelites to know God?
Con, that's going on all over the earth.
Why are you teaching people to know God if when we're in the new covenant, you won't have to teach everyone his neighbor to know God, for they shall all know God from the least of them to the greatest of them?
Con. So that portion of every man knowing God, that hasn't concluded yet, but that is all the way in it's in effect right now. You understand?
How is it in effect when you just said that you teach other Israelites to know God?
Okay, let me get a precept. 1 John 2 and 3. You want to read it or I'll read it?
You're proving my point, and this is how we know him if we keep his commandments.
Wait,
do you teach other Israelites?
Hassad, can I get that precept?
I just quoted it for you.
No, okay. I'd like to read it. May I read it?
I sure. By this we know.
Thank you. The water.
Stall. It's okay. Go ahead.
The water. Okay. Like, at least from what I understand, when I reason in this.
Just read it. I know what you're doing. Just read it.
Okay, but if I may speak, just speak my piece.
You're stalling, brother. I love you. You're stalling.
I'm not stalling.
You are.
I'm trying.
I'm helping you stall right now. Actually, I'm not going to say anything. Just
okay. Thank you. From my conversations, reasoning and contending for the faith in the scriptures.
Brother, please read 1 John 2 and 3 so that you can't stall anymore. Please just read it. Brother.
Okay, but Hassad, here real quick.
No.
All right,
I'm not stalling.
Brother Jalil, can you read your verse and exegete it, please? The conversation is stalling.
Okay. Okay, I'll get there. 1 John 2 and 3. The problem is, no points are going to get made without patience.
Read the verse, bro.
Okay.
Listen, whatever you want to say extra, read the verse, explain it, and then expound further. It's fine.
Okay, I will do that. Thank you. 1 John. I was just there. 1 John 2 and verse 3. Okay, Con. 1 John chapter 2 and verse 3. And hereby we do know that we know him, if we keep his commandments. Now, this is simply talk. You were talking about knowing the Lord. This is talking about knowing the Messiah, Yahweh Shai. But it's easily understood that if you know Yahweh Shai, you know the Most High God, Yahweh. Okay, so this is already in effect right now. We are teaching people to know the Lord, and our brothers and sisters, by doing what? Coming back and keeping the commandments. That's happening right now.
Okay.
And if I may, and that start teaching Yahweh Shai and teaching the gospel and teaching people how to know Yahweh Shai, that started with the apostles, the work that they did.
Okay. You believe that when Christ died, the New Testament, the New Covenant started, yes or no?
Yes. And
Okay.
I have precepts for that.
That's fine. We'll get there. You also agree that when it says that you teach people to know God, is teaching them to keep the commandments, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And does the New Covenant, does it state within the outlines of the New Covenant that when the New Covenant takes place, does it say in verse 34 that they will not teach everyone his neighbor to know God, for they will all know him? Yes or no? Does it say that?
Yes, that's what it says.
You
That's what
admitted,
it says, Tom.
you admitted, brother. The Bible says when we're in the New Covenant, we will not teach everyone. We will not have to teach everyone our neighbor to know the Lord because we're all going to
Hello?
know him. But you literally are admittingly teaching people to know the Lord, which illustrates that we're not in the New Covenant.
Okay. If I may use a precept.
You may.
Okay. I like to go to Hebrews 9. And
Okay,
I'll
so we're
probably
gonna
start at verse
run
15.
from Jeremiah, and we're gonna go. Okay,
I'm,
that's okay.
I'm not gonna I'm not gonna run from it. I will go back to it
Okay,
if I have the space.
Hebrews 9:15. Do you want me to read it for you, or I think I'll read it for you. It says, "And for this cause, he is the mediator of the new covenant, that by means of death, for the redemption of the transgressions that were under the first covenant."
Can you stop real quick, Salaki?
Sure, go
So
ahead.
that first part, it said, and by means of death, he is the mediator of the New Testament. So we know that's talking about Yahweh Shai. He died. How can you be a mediator of the new? How can he be the mediator of New Testament by means of death? We are in post-death resurrection right now, and it not be instituted.
Because his death is the catalyst to us eventually being able to enter into the new covenant. Similar to how the ability that you have to go buy something from Amazon, the catalyst to that is the US dollar, whatever currency that you're using. That doesn't mean that when you hit enter, confirm purchase, that you have received said item. You have to wait for it to arrive. Christ's death, I think the book of Acts 20 tells you, through his blood, he's purchased us. We're still waiting for the material to arrive, though.
Wait.
Now, to that point,
Okay.
In Hebrews 31, it says that when the new covenant is in place, it says that he will put his law in our inward parts. Is the law of God in your inward parts?
Yes.
Okay. Can you sin?
Yes.
How can you sin when what does it mean when the Lord will put the law in your inward parts?
Your inward parts is talking about your heart or your mind, simply put.
Okay, so is God gonna fail when he puts the law in your inward parts?
No, he's not.
So he's gonna do it perfectly.
But there is still a sinful nature in man right now.
Stop, because
Because
no. The law is in your inward parts, sir. There's not sinful nature. The law is in your inward parts.
okay, was the law in Adam's inward parts?
No.
You're saying the law was not in Adam's inward parts, is what you just said.
No. The Lord
So when
of God in his inward parts, no.
Okay.
Adam didn't even have the thou shalt nots before he went off. He only had the thou shalt.
Oh, okay. I'm okay then. That's a whole nother topic. I'm not gonna get in there. When it mentions inward parts, let's read the rest of Jeremiah. Let's read the rest of Jeremiah then. I'll go back to Jeremiah 31:31 because it says it in there. It's simple what it's talking about. Let's see here. There.
The inward parts. You're going to the inward parts, right?
It's gonna explain in detail what that inward part is.
What it means. What it means.
Let's see. Jeremiah 31. And here it is. Okay, Con. So I'll start at verse 31. Behold, I'll just skip to verse 30, verse 32, and I'll read verse 33. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt. So the old covenant, okay, the new covenant is not going to be according to the old covenant. You understand? It's going to be different, right? But the old covenant, it is correlations between the old and the new. And if time allows, I would love to touch that point. It says, not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day that I took them by the hand to bring them out of the land of Egypt, which my covenant they break. We broke said covenant, right? All Israel's transgressed the law. That's Daniel 9. Although I was an husband unto them, said the Lord. Verse 33. But this shall be the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, saith the Lord. I will put my law in their inward parts and write in their hearts, and will be their God, and they shall be my people. So your inward parts is right going into your heart. Precept for what the heart is. We use Mark 7, I want to say in 21. The heart is simply your mind. You understand?
Why does God have to put the law in our inward parts?
Because all Israel, we sinned and we left off from that. We left off from said laws, ended up in captivity. Hold on, I'm not done. Ended up in captivity.
I understand. I get your point, brother. So God.
Can I finish that point?
Yeah, let him land his chariot.
Con, I appreciate you, Deacon. So, we went into captivity, grew up in captivity now, and we learned no laws. So now, once again, the Lord has to restore it through his spirit, the laws in our inward parts or in our hearts or minds.
Okay, you just said that God has to put the law in our inward parts so that we don't sin, correct?
Well, yeah, you can say that, yes.
Is the law in your inward part, and do you sin?
Yes, but if I can expound on that, go ahead. Thank you, Khan. So there are phases to this new covenant. We have not obtained perfection concerning our corruptible body or concerning the flesh versus the spirit. We are still in carnal flesh. You know what I mean? I can precept that with like Galatians 5. I can precept that with it's a precept in Thessalonians talking about corruption must put on incorruption. You understand? Those things are a part of phases in the new covenant. Okay.
Let me jump in. Let me jump in real quick.
Okay, Con.
And then I'll give it right back to you guys. So I'm trying to understand. So you said it started, but it comes in phases. And so when is it completed?
Con. So it's completed towards the end of that verse where it says, and every man shall know the Lord. You understand? And we shall not have to go on and teach our neighbors. Okay. Jeremiah 31 and 31 down, that's in a process of time. It's not all happening at the same time.
Got you. So what you're saying is I'm walking with you here. What you're saying is that the covenant has already been made, correct?
Con, and I have precepts for that in Hebrews and other scripts. Okay. But so go ahead.
The covenant was made at the death, at his death, right? At the death of
his death. Con.
But the things that come with the covenant have yet to manifest fully. Let's wait and let him come back in. Yeah, that was bad. Assad. You're not right for that, bro.
No, I'm not trying to be mean either, but I don't like when people play games. So
no, I'm saying you're not right for how you just killed that man. No, as a matter of fact, you didn't even kill him. You just let him fall on his own sword.
I have literally one question to ask him, and then I'm
gonna ask him this, and then you will let him respond, and then you can end the last question, and we should be able to wrap it up from there. He fell off. I put the link back in the chat if you're watching. Big G.
Trying to steal my shine, get your own lighting. And I got these niggas scared like the drone sightings. Sis try to play me turn savage on her. I don't know who she thought I was, but I ain't Travis Hunter. Forgive me, Lord, you know I ain't live a proper life. Wanna know what nigga, what's his mama and his papa like? I hear him say.
Let's get brother Jaleel back on. I think his phone probably died. Okay, there we go. We got you. We got you.
Shalom. Yeah,
Okay.
nah, shalom. I'm back. I'm on my laptop now.
Okay, good. Okay, so my question was before I ask my question and give it back to y'all. So the covenant was made. When it says I will make a new covenant, that covenant was made 2,000 years ago. Well, you muted yourself.
Okay, so I believe I heard what you said.
Yeah.
When Jeremiah wrote that, that was the prophecy that would come to pass.
Right.
Okay.
And when did God make that covenant with Israel?
He made it at the death of Yahweh Shai.
Okay, good. Okay, good. So I'm gonna share my screen now.
Or that's when it started, at least.
Okay. That's when he made the covenant. All right. So in Jeremiah 32 and verse 37, it reads, behold, I will gather them out of all countries, whither I have driven them in my anger and my fury with wrath, and I will bring them to this place, and they shall dwell safely. Has this happened yet?
No, we have not been gathered to the place where we dwell safely yet. That has not happened yet.
Okay. And they shall be my people, and I will be their God. Has this happened yet?
That's happening now.
But it says, once he gathers us and brings us back to the land, then we will be his people, and he will be our God.
That portion where we become his people, and we that portion where we become his people and he's our God, that's happening now. That's happening right now. But at least concerning us being placed in our land and dwelling safety, the land of Zion, Israel.
Okay.
No,
So let me just get this straight. Verse 37 has not happened. Verse 38 is happening. Now, what about verse 39? And I will give them one heart and one way, that they may fear me forever, for the good of them and of their children after them. Has 39 happened yet?
So the law concerning that good way, and once again, what the law is being written, the law is being written in our hearts. That's happening now. Can I precept?
Well, it says that they may fear me forever. That means we're no longer going to rebel against the Lord forever.
Mm-hmm. That's happening to a remnant of Israel right now. If you would let.
Is the new covenant with a remnant of Israel or the house of Israel?
Well, a remnant of Israel is going to be saved.
Did it say the house of Israel and the house of Judah? Did it say the remnant or did it say the house?
It said that. It said the house.
Okay, so what are you talking about a remnant for?
Okay. Let me just finish this, and then I'm gonna give it right back to you because I don't want to take too much time. So 37 hasn't happened yet. Even though it's in conjunction with 37, you're saying 38 is happening. Then you said 39 is happening. We all got the same heart, the same way, and we're all gonna fear him forever. We'll never rebel, for the good of them and their children after them. That means all of our children are gonna follow the Lord, starting from right now. And then verse 40, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them. When did this covenant happen?
You said Jeremiah chapter 31 and verse 40?
32 and 40.
Okay, 32 and 40.
Yeah, when was this covenant made?
You said the everlasting covenant?
Yeah.
That's still happening. That's already happened.
Okay. So he said, when this happens, he will not turn away from us to do us good.
Right.
So after the death of Christ, the Lord said, when his covenant is made, he will never do bad to us again. After the death of Christ, did God do bad to us?
Yeah, the Jerusalem fell, we got scattered, eventually the slave trades and colonization, yes.
Okay. But you're saying that this covenant started at the death of Christ. But the Bible's saying when this covenant starts, he won't do us harm anymore.
Okay, So if I will retract. So at least concerning him not doing us harm anymore, no. Okay, that has not happened yet. But the writing of the laws in our hearts or inward parts has started.
Okay, so 37 hasn't happened. 38 is happening. Some of 39 is happening. This first 7 words in 40s happened, but these other 8 words in the same verse has not happened.
Not the very next word.
Right. So if I may go to Hebrews 9. If I may go to Hebrews 9, I'm going to go to Hebrews 9.
Go ahead. Listen. I'll let you respond to that, then I'll give it to the side and we'll close it out.
Okay, So if I go to Hebrews chapter 9, let's see here. Hebrews 9. And verse 15. It says, for this cause he is the mediator of the New Testament. It's talking about Yahweh Shai. That by means of death he died, okay, for the redemption of the transgressions that were under the first testament. We know that's Israel. They which are called might receive promise of eternal life. Okay. So through the means of this New Testament and the means of Yahweh Shai's death, them which are called Israel is going to receive eternal life. Verse 16, for where a testament is, there must also of necessity be death of a testator. So just like someone leaving a dying testament or a will, okay, when that testator dies, that testament that he left or that will goes into effect.
Okay, so let's say that you had a grandmother. Exactly, I know. So let's say your grandmother passed away and left you $1 million. The moment that her heart stops beating, does $1 million transfer into your bank account, or do you have to go to litigation, meet with a lawyer, and then the funds get transferred? Which one?
Okay, the funds get transferred after some form of litigation.
So there's a time period in between the death taking place and then you receiving the things that the person died to give you.
Okay, but the effect of me inheriting that money, it started.
You don't have the money yet, though, do you? You just admitted that.
That's fine. I don't have the money.
You're proving my point.
No, Hassan.
You're saying you're anticipating the inheritance. We're saying we're anticipating the new covenant, brother.
No. That effect of getting the money is goes into effect.
You know what he's doing? He's saying that he starts saying. So basically, you start saying, "I'm finna get a Bugatti. I'm about to get a mansion." That's the effect. You don't got the money yet, but the effect is, all right. Look, I'm about to get 1,000 pair of Zeeks.
Okay.
I'm about to get the new Mac, the new Rolls Royce.
Okay. I'll keep reading in Hebrews 9. I'll keep reading.
Well, you're not reconciling any of the whatever.
Verse 16. For where a testament is, there must also of necessity be the death of a testator. That mediator or that testator is Yahweh Shai. Okay?
Wait, hold on. So you're saying that he has to be dead for it to start?
Yes.
But he's alive.
Did he die?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
But he's alive.
Verse 17. Yes, he's alive at the right hand of the Father, but he died. His blood was dead.
But it says that the testator has to be dead.
Right. And he did die. That's when it went into effect.
Yeah, dude, it's okay.
Okay, so
let me read. Can I read verse 17? Can I keep going?
Yeah, go ahead, and I'll respond. I want to play a game.
Okay.
Have you ever played? Have you ever?
I mean, yes, but those things are all what ifs. I like to actually go on.
Go ahead, brother.
Okay, go ahead. Verse 17. For a testament is of force after men are dead. So that's what I'm saying. From the moment his blood was shed on that cross and he died, it went into effect. It says, otherwise, it is of no strength at all while the testator liveth. You understand?
That's
Verse
verse
18.
17.
Verse 18 is a big point. Whereupon neither the first testament was dedicated without blood. So the first testament was dedicated when Moses killed the lamb, killed the bullocks, all right, and sprinkled that blood on all Israel. Okay. When Moses did that, that was the start of the OT or the old covenant for Israel, between Israel and the Most High God.
Okay,
Okay.
what is the old covenant?
No, you took your question.
What is the old covenant?
Go ahead.
The old covenant, it says it in Hebrews. The old covenant was, it says a schoolmaster, but
No, what is it? No, what is it?
Okay, the old covenant has different facets. So if you're talking about I'll make it clear. I'll make it easy. The old covenant was a covenant based around animal sacrifice. Okay,
So the old covenant is animal sacrifice.
that's part of the basis of it.
Okay, so tell me, Deacon, you got it, man. Go ahead.
Yeah. The Bible says the old covenant is the law, statutes, and commandments.
Nah, precept that.
Yeah,
Precept.
no problem. I'm here, Deacon. You ready? Want me to read it?
Go ahead.
Okay. This is Exodus 34, and I'll start at verse 27. Let's get to the point. It says, "And the Lord said unto Moses, Write thou these words, for after the tenor of these words, I have made a covenant with you and with Israel."
What are the words that he wrote that day? That was the old covenant, God said.
So, ordinance that was written that day, I mean, to sum it up, he gave us, Most High gave us law, statutes, and commandments.
Okay, so we're not under those law, statutes, and commandments anymore, according to you.
There are law, statutes, and commandments concerning the OT that, yeah, we are not under.
What about one jot or one tittle?
One jot or one tittle, yeah, it shall no wise and pass for the law till all be fulfilled. There was something concerning.
So has all been fulfilled?
No.
Okay, so wait. You just told me that one jot or one tittle. So Christ said, "Not one jot or one tittle shall pass from the law until all is fulfilled." You admit that all has not been fulfilled, but you also simultaneously just told us that one jot or one tittle did pass from the law.
No, I didn't say it passed. I never said that.
What does it mean passed?
What happened was a fulfillment. Okay, a fulfillment of what? That schoolmaster, that law of sacrifice, that was fulfilled in.
Okay, then why is Jesus? Why are they still doing animal sacrifice in the Book of Acts?
So Paul, I'll say this: Paul did a sacrifice with certain Jews to appease them. There's a precept that says, "To the Jew I became a Jew; to one is without the law."
So he wanted them to keep thinking that they were under the old covenant.
No, he did that. He did that to appease them because that's what they were used to.
Okay, but Jesus's brother James told him to do that.
Understood. If the precept,
well, he was deceiving.
No. Let me get the precept.
While you're doing that, is it wrong to tell people to go back to the old covenant?
Concerning animal sacrifice, yeah, it's not necessary.
So James told someone to do the wrong thing. All right, I'm done, Deacon. You got it.
No. This is
hey, brother, no, real quick. Are you from the West Coast or are you from the East Coast?
I'm from the West Coast.
Okay,
hey,
good. You're from the West Coast, so you know about. You're from the West Coast. You're from the West Coast, so you know about death row, right?
Con.
You know about you. What rhymes with Suge Knight?
You.
Hey, we love you, brother. It's over 2 hours. My children miss me. I've been in Charlotte for the whole week. I want to spend some time with my babies. We are not in the new covenant, everybody. It just doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense at all. Hassad, I am beat. I want to spend some time with my family and relax. So go ahead and take us out, brother.
With that, we give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and we say Shalom.
Shalom.